Chris Paddack makes his way in. A new sheriff is in town from Austin, Texas. And after spending last year in San Antonio in AA, today he makes his Major League debut. He's fired up.
I think the nerves will be there. But if anything, I'm going to be more focused. I've worked my whole life for this moment, and I'm very blessed to be one of these guys in this clubhouse. We have a special group, and I'm really excited for Sunday.
We are excited to watch him pitch today as we welcome you to Petco Park, and we welcome you to opening week presented by TD Ameritrade. It is Game 4 of a 4-game series between the visiting San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, the day is here. Chris Paddack is going to get the start for the Padres. A guy who pitched in AA last year makes the jump to the big leagues. Can't wait.
The 23-year-old was on a mission this offseason. He continued that mission in Peoria in spring training by grabbing the ball and making some starts, and I tell you what, turning some heads throughout Major League Baseball. So the path with Chris Paddack to the big leagues looks something like this. 17 starts, 90 innings. The one thing that really sticks out, he can command the fastball with the best of them. 8 walks, 120 strikeouts, and fewer than 1 runner per inning pitched by Chris Paddack. He's 23 years old. This kid can throw the fastball to the mid-90s. He can throw the curveball, and the one thing also, not only is he a power pitcher, but he can throw off-speed stuff behind in the count. Good downward playing, good firm fastball. A guy's going to be late. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if he dots like that today, he's going to have a great day in the big leagues. Andy Green, during the exhibition season in Seattle, asked Eric Hosmer, what are you going to be doing Sunday? Eric responded, I'm going to be playing behind this kid right here. There's the reaction. He's getting the big league nod. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new sheriff in town. His name's Chris Paddack. Y'all be cool.
Well, he takes the field along with his teammates here at Petco Park in San Diego for the first time as a major leaguer. He's digging in, getting himself ready for today's first start in the big leagues. Time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego County Honda dealers. 81 degrees today. It's warmed up. Northwest breeze at 8 miles per hour. Partly cloudy forecast for the remainder of the day. But I got to tell you, not a cloud in the sky as we get it started here today at Petco Park. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Bob Scanlon with you as we check out the visiting San Francisco Giants starting 9. Steven Duggar back up at the top of the order. Third time in 4 games that he has been there. Joe Paddack moves up in the order. He bats second at second base. Old friend Yangervis Solarte in left field bats third with Brandon Belt at first base. Brandon Crawford is at shortstop. Gerardo Parra, the former Rocky, in right field. Pablo Sandoval getting his first start of the 4-game series. He's at third base. Eric Kratz does the catching, and Jeff Samardzija bats out of the 9th spot, does the pitching for the Giants.
Chris Paddack, Major League debut for the 23-year-old. As Don mentioned, last year pitched in A-ball and in AA and checked every single box. What we saw in spring training, if you can carry that over to today, he should have a good big league debut. Fastball, curveball, changeup. He attacks with authority, and I'll tell you what, he has got command of that fastball. Checking the defense behind Chris Paddack on this absolutely gorgeous day in downtown San Diego. In the outfield, left to right, Will Myers, Manuel Margot in center field. Franmil Reyes will be in right. Defensively on the infield for the Padres, Manny Machado at third base, Fernando Tatis Jr. at short. Greg Garcia gets to start at second base. Eric Hosmer at first, and behind the plate, putting on the signs, will be Austin Hedges.
So here we go. The Major League debut for Chris Paddack. Long awaited. Been talking about it really during spring training. We arrived in Peoria and on through, and here it is. That day has finally come. The Austin, Texas native who throws his first pitch in the big leagues, and it is popped up. Shallow left. Myers on a slant towards the line. Glasses on, makes the catch. 1 down. 1 pitch, 1 away. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers.
Tame the shark, do. Samardzija, the shark, right? You got to tame that right here and now and support your local sheriff. Why not? That's been somewhat the keys I like to see early in the season here for this young pitching staff. As I mentioned, score early, 3-4 runs, give them some wiggle room. So if they make a mistake, Don, it's really not that devastating.
Joe Paddack will take a ball. That one just misses. 2-0. Ramon DeJesus has the play today, calling the balls and strikes for the umpires. Fouled back, 2-1. 93 from Paddack.
I was just going to say, we'll keep an eye on the velocity. He can touch mid-90s. 93 is great. He can locate.
Watching him pitch during the spring, the changeup was the most impressive thing. His location with a fastball, very, very good. Good control. It seems the curveball is something that he was working on during the spring and is more of a show-me pitch than maybe one that he will use in an out type situation.
Yeah, we'll have to see the confidence in that pitch right there. He might throw it early in the count just as a show-me pitch because that could set up the other pitches as well, make the fastball look a little harder.
2-2 is got a lot of spin on it. Out to Machado. Throws sidearmed it in plenty of time to get Paddack. That thing was moving around all over the place. Nice play by Machado to stay with it. 2 down.
That ball checked up on Manny, and he makes it look so smooth down there. There's the cue shot. Watch that bounce. It checks back up, and then Manny, his momentum going towards third base, he has to reach to his left, and then the old patented Manny Machado flip throw with accuracy over to first base.
2 down in the first. Here's Yangervis Solarte. So far 3 for 10 out of the gate for the former Padre and 300. And the recipient of strike 1. Well, Solarte has played all over defensively. Actually made a start here last night at shortstop. He has been at short, at third, in the outfield. Today starts in left field and finds himself quickly down 0-2.
Each and every pitch that Chris Paddack throws, I mean, it's like he forgets about the last one. That's the pitch I got to think about at hand and concentrate on.
Check swing it to go. No, says John Tumpane. That was close. Austin Hedges thought he did and was headed towards the dugout.
Oh, he went.
Appeared to, yes. So requires another pitch here from Paddack. And that'll miss away. 37 minor league starts for Paddack in his professional career. And a nifty 1.82 earned run average in the minor leagues.
Yeah, not too many guys make the jump from Double-A to the bigs.
Popped up. Machado will step into foul ground and take care of out number 3. First inning under his belt for Chris Paddack. A 1-2-3 first. Padres are coming up. Andy Green will send this 9 out today as we check out his starting lineup with Greg Garcia at the top of the lineup for the first time and getting his first start in a Padres uniform. He'll be at second base. Eric Hosmer at first with Manny Machado at third base. Franmil Reyes in right field with Will Myers in left. Fernando Tatis Jr. at short. Manuel Margot in center. Austin Hedges does the catching, batting 8th, and Chris Paddack, the pitcher, out of the 9th spot. So here we go, last of the first, and Greg Garcia to lead it off. Turning home to San Diego, had a double in a pinch hitting role here last night in game 3 of the series, and gets his first start today, giving Ian Kinsler at least the beginning of the game off. Jeff Samardzija on the hill today for the Giants.
Veteran right-hander. Pretty much know what you're going to get. Had a difficult year last year, being injured 3 times. Pectoral muscle, that's in the like chest area, Don. And then his right arm, the shoulder, a couple times. He's good to go though now.
It's a strike in there and jumps ahead 1-2. Samardzija 3 times on the injured list last year. Missed 118 overall games last season. Some shoulder issues as well. That one kind of spins Garcia away. 2-2.
And they say that the velocity is back. He took 5 days off after the last day of the season last year and then went right to the trainers and right to the rehab to strengthen that shoulder. They say the velocity is back mid to lower 90s. Haven't seen that yet though this afternoon. Threw a change up there at 84.
Let's see it working the count here. It's gone full as Eric Hosmer waits on deck. Kind of been switching up between Myers and Hosmer as to who the number 2 hitter is going to be so far in the first 4 games of the year. Garcia grounds one to first. Belt will take it himself to the bag for out number 1.
More on the guy that they call the Shark, Jeff Samardzija. He's quite an athlete. 2-seam slider, splitter, and a cutter. Low 90s, and as we mentioned, the injuries last year really took its toll. Was not a good year for Jeff Samardzija health-wise, but he is raring to go. He had a really good spring training, threw the ball extremely well.
Couldn't help but notice that you mixed in Baby Shark as part of your keys in the game.
I try to incorporate current events, trends, and a lot of people out there probably know what Baby Shark is all about.
Eric Hosmer.
I had it in my head all night last night. I couldn't I couldn't get to sleep.
Oz last year with 18 home runs, 253 average, 69 runs batted in, and 3 for 10 so far on the season at 300.
Is the ball going to be flying this afternoon, Donnie? Day game here at Petco?
Yeah. Have that feel. There is a breeze, however light it may be. From left to right across the outfield, it appears. Those flags in the right field corner just beyond the foul pole and right.
Gosh, what a gorgeous day.
Doesn't get better than this.
You know, we get so desensitized to it coming here to this beautiful venue, beautiful city, gas lamp area, but you said there was not a cloud in the sky. I see some scattered clouds out in center field.
I don't see any.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Hosmer on the ground outside of first, a foul ball, and it'll hang at 1 and 2.
Let's check out the Giants defense behind right-hander Jeff Samardzija. In the outfield, Yangervis Solarte, he's all over the map. He's in left. Steve Duggar is in center field. Gerardo Parra will be in right. On the infield for the Gigantes, Sandoval at third, Crawford at short, Paddack at second, Belt at first. Behind the plate, Eric Kratz.
Hosmer strikes out looking. He didn't think so. Says some stuff to Ramon De Jesus for a strikeout for Samardzija. 2 down.
Let's see if Eric has a gripe here. You can see the glove of Kratz inside, and it looks like it got the corner, huh? Maybe he was thinking it was a little high. Let's check it out again. Ooh, after a second look, you know what? Looks like it may have been off the plate a little bit.
So 2 down here in the first inning brings you Manny Machado.
That last look was probably the best.
Machado taking strike 1. It's interesting. We're talking a lot about protection in the lineup. So far, the number 2 hitter in front of Machado is 7 for 10 collectively, whether it be Myers or Hosmer. They're getting pitches to hit.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, I don't either. This one is off of Samardzija, kicks to short. Crawford's throw will be in time. Very fortunate there on the ricochet off the pitcher. A 1-2-3 first, scoreless after 1. Scoreless as we head to the second inning, and inning number 2 in the big leagues for Chris Paddack, who enjoyed a 1-2-3 first on 11 pitches and deals with Brandon Belt to open up the second inning. The Padres defensively going into a shift behind him. And Belt swing to the first pitch, will pop it up foul. Hedges gives it a look, but that'll get into the seats. Hedges had last night off, back in the lineup today doing the catching, and has caught 3 of the first 4 games for the Padres on the season. That's strike 2. It's like the high strike is in play today.
I saw that in spring training like you did, Don. Chris Paddack going up the ladder where hitters will. Here's another high pitch. Wow.
Swing and a miss. First strikeout in the big leagues for Chris Paddack. He gets Brandon Belt 1 down.
He's got a little run to that fastball away. Austin Hedges was set up on the outside part of the plate, had the high target. And if you're going to miss, that's exactly where you want to miss. See the glove of Austin almost out of the crouch a little bit, but that's mid-thigh high, a little bit of run. Swing and miss. Congratulations, Chris Paddack, first punchy in the big leagues.
One down here in the second inning brings up Brandon Crawford.
You know, the other thing about Chris Paddack that I really enjoy seeing is that he pounds both sides of the plate. He's just not, you know, locked into one side of the plate. Righties and lefties alike. He'll place that fastball both sides.
So far, the Giants have been very aggressive here, early in counts, swinging. And that time, chasing a changeup was Crawford.
That was a beautiful changeup.
Swinging a foul tip for strike 2. Back to the gas at 94 that time for Paddack. Manuel Margot in center, over towards left center for Crawford to go the other way.
I have to say, as far as a fashion statement for Chris Paddack, I love the stirrups.
You like the look?
I love. That's taking me back to like Little League days, Pony League days, showing off the stirrups.
A lot of stirrups, some socks too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're up there. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Paddack, and he gets this one on the chain.
He's got the sweet combio working. And there's the grip on the changeup. The key is same arm slot, same arm speed, but because of holding the baseball that way, it's impossible to throw it 90, 95 miles an hour. Just a great looking pitch for the strikeout.
2 down, 5 in a row, retired by Paddack to start his day, to start his career. And here's Gerardo Parra.
The pitch also some great depth to it. Had some dipsy-do there at the end, right?
Not just the change in speed, but the movement too.
Yep.
Strike 1. High strike again. Manny Machado just about at the lip of the grass at third in case Parra entertains any thoughts of dropping one down. There's the breaking ball, and that's the one that seems to be a work in progress a little bit we saw during the spring.
You know, he casted that one. That was up and out of the zone, not even close. And he was a pitcher, and you know, I don't know Chris Paddack that well, but if there's any kid who can make an adjustment, it's probably him.
And a piece of that was Parra.
You know, you get that feel. Okay, you throw it, and in your mind, oh no! You know, right when you let it go, that's not the one. Can you bounce back the next time and get that release point out a little bit more to get it down where you want it? And I'm just guessing, if there's anybody who could do it, it's probably Chris Paddack.
Parra strikes out. Paddack strikes out the side in order. Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Gerardo Parra, all down by way of the K. Oh, there's a new sheriff. He's in town. Bottom of the second inning back at Petco Park as Franmil Reyes going to lead it off here for the Padres. Now Reyes getting a start in his third game of the first 4 so far in the year for the Padres. And again, he is in right field. Last year hitting at .280 in his first year in the big leagues, 87 games season ago. Big swing there on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Looking for his first hit of the year. He is 0 for 6 so far at the plate. Does have an RBI. Samardzija enjoyed a 1-2-3 first inning. A couple of groundouts, a strikeout, 13 pitch first. Again, last year, injury marred year, holding him to only 10 starts, in which he went 1-5 record wise. That's strike 2. Remember, when the Padres hit a homer today, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink. Reyes now, Myers next. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball center field. Duggar will have space out there. The glass is on. Will make the catch for out number 1. Mail did not get enough on that one. So 1 down, and it brings up Will Myers. .253, 11 homers, 39 RBIs a year ago. Off to a good start this year. Hitting at .400 out of the gate with a home run, 2 runs batted in.
Well, Will should be able to get a fastball to hit off of Samardzija here. Trying to get ahead. He misses, working the count. As take a look at the shift on the left side. Sandoval, Crawford, Paddack on the left. Belt by himself on the right. When healthy, Samardzija will give you 200 innings. And that's a very important part for Bruce Bochy's San Francisco Giants rotation this year.
That's
to keep him healthy.
Only going 10 last year. That really hurt the Giants. We're used to him logging quite a few innings. That one almost got Myers coming in. Now for Samardzija, this is his 18th appearance, 16th career start against the Padres. And in his career, 8-3 with a 3.64 ERA in 17 previous games. Again in. And that's ball 4. Myers will head down to first. First base runner to reach here today. It's Myers on a walk with 1 down. Here comes Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr. batting 6th today. He gets plenty of time to see what Samardzija has done to the previous 5 hitters. Little scouting report. And the numbers again from last year in Double-A, 88 games for the young shortstop.
Throw to first, and Myers scampers to get back. Little crossover step.
Donnie, I get the feeling every time there's a runner on first base that Andy Green could put him in motion, right? I think that's something that's going to be in the heads of the opposition as well.
It is clear that running is going to be part of the game this year for the Padres, and we saw it right out of Jump Street in spring training in Peoria. A lot of running, led in stolen bases throughout the spring. He's got guys on the roster now that can run.
Yeah.
Kind of push the issue a little bit. To left center field. Duggar coming in. Will get there for out number 2. And back to first goes Myers with now 2 down.
You saw Samardzija pitching in to Will Myers. Eventually the walk, but that pitch there looked like it was in to Tatis Jr. trying to not get him extended, and hence the easy fly ball to shallow left center. Good pitch.
Here comes Manuel Margot. 2 for 9 in the young season. And 222, and he starts for the 3rd time in 4 games in center field. Last night we saw Franchy Cordero get a start in center. Next pitch will be the 25th so far for Samardzija, through an inning and 2/3 of work. Myers back to the bag at first.
He's thinking something may be on. Thrown over to the first base. Maybe the concentration over there just a little bit can be the difference in a big hit, extra base hit to possibly score a run.
Line down the left field line, a fair ball. Kicks off a chair and ends up in short left. Myers will be at third. It's a double for Manuel Margot, and it's second and third with 2 down.
This ball is rifled. Looked like a little cutter down. And Manuel goes down and gets it. Diving at third base. Sandoval cannot come up with it. And it's just too bad that that ball didn't go down into the corner. Will Myers would have scored easy. As Don mentioned, it hits the corner, hits the stool. And great hustle by Brandon Crawford to get to that baseball, preventing Will Myers to score.
2 down, second and third. Good opportunity here. They're going to intentionally walk Austin Hedges with first base open, and you got the pitcher coming up in Paddack. So the intentional free pass of the no-throw kind. And here comes Paddack for his first big league plate appearance.
In the mullet we trust.
Bases filled with Padres. A chance to help out his own cause as he takes ball one. Did not see him hit during the spring. The pitchers really did not hit much during spring training. Opting for the DH. Get more at bats for some guys during the spring.
He looks hitterish. Good hack.
A little late on the 93 that time from Samardzija. Myers at third, Margot at second, Hedges at first, 2 down. Line to right, it's in for a base hit. In comes Myers, throw to first, he's going to be out. Oh no. So Paddack appeared to have a base hit to right but can't get to first fast enough. And he is thrown out by Gerardo Parra at first. Did the run cross first is what the conversation is about here among the umpires at the moment. Doesn't matter, I don't think.
No, it's just like a ground ball to the shortstop.
It's like ground ball to first.
Right.
So the umpires get together and realize that. He is out. Scoreless after 2. Wow. Welcome to Military Sunday presented by USAA. Now on this Military Sunday, let's check in with Bob Scanlon. We're scoreless at the top of the third.
Oh, thank you, Don. It is military opening day. We have members from all branches of the military here, but one of the things that we enjoy most is the presence of the U.S. Navy Leapfrogs, the parachute team that comes in here. The fans love it, the players love it, and we are honored to be joined by a couple members of their team. We've got Chief Luke Howard-Beshi, and as well we have Lieutenant Matt Sakala. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Great job out there. It looked perfect from our end. How'd it go from 5,000 feet?
Yeah, today was a great day. You know, beautiful day here in San Diego. We love jumping in our hometown, and you know, we were lucky to have 7 jumpers today, jumping some smokes. We jumped in the American flag. It was a great day.
All right, Chief, anything special or unique about jumping into a stadium, especially with all these buildings around?
Stadiums are always challenging, but this is one that we always continue to come back to just because it's our hometown. Everyone on the team is super jazzed up about doing this jump. And I mean, it's always a challenge, but we practice, you know, we do it time and time again, and then today we nailed it, and it went really well.
I heard from some people downtown that they saw some of the practice things. I guess people are standing on the roofs watching you make sure that all the winds and everything are correct?
Yeah, absolutely. The practice jumps, it's sometimes funny. We see just as many people that we see at some of the shows throughout the country. So, you know, we take every jump seriously and you know, do our best job.
You guys, can you give us a little bit of history about the Leapfrogs, how it got started way back when with some Navy SEALs that decided they want to jump out of airplanes?
Yeah, actually back in the late 60s, it was more of a club. A bunch of guys getting together, kind of jumping on the weekends, doing a show here and there, and it's blossomed into a 10-man team, which it is now, which you know, promotes the Navy as a whole and naval special warfare.
Okay, so how much has the technology changed maybe since those first guys leaping out of some planes? Has it gotten a little safer for you?
Yeah, you know, jumping out of an airplane, some people were scared, but it's actually it's a really safe sport. And you know, all of us, we like to think we're professionals in the business, but you know, it's something we love to do every day.
Okay, now the first time you jump out of a plane is one thing. At this point, as many jumps as you guys have had, is there still a thrill?
It's still nerve-wracking every time. I mean, I think if you don't have that edge, there's something wrong. But, you know, once you get on the ground, you can really kind of take it all in and celebrate what you just did. But everyone's always a little bit on edge until you get on the deck.
Okay, so what does it take to become a leapfrog? I mean, is this something that you have to have some experience on your own? You guys get trained in the SEAL training, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of us have been through military free fall school, but it's a short tour, and it's really just a great opportunity for guys to get out here and provide outreach for the Navy and specifically Naval Special Warfare. So it's a huge honor for us all to be a part of this team.
And what people don't know is you guys volunteer for this, but when you're done with this after a 3-year tour, you guys go back to your regular military jobs protecting us.
That's correct. Yeah, we'll go back to an operational team and kind of do what we were trained to do from the beginning.
Guys, great job today. Thanks so much for everything you do for our country, and it was great having you out here today.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, guys. Great to have them with us. They're protecting our country and putting on a great show for us. Back over to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. What a play here by Tatis.
Great to his right, the backhand, the spin, and then the accurate throw, showing off the hose there. It's going to be some kind of fun watching Fernando Tatis Jr., man shortstop this season as a Friar.
So a strikeout and a ground out. Here's the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija. Chris Paddack thrown out at first base to end last inning. That was the 100th career assist by Gerardo Parra in right field. You could tell with the way it was hit, with him coming on, that he was going to have a pretty good chance.
He was charging with the intent, right?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yep.
Nice play, keeps the Padres off the board and takes away what would have been the first major league hit and RBI for Paddack. And you wondered about him running down to first base, now coming out after that for this inning, but so far so good. A strikeout and a ground out. He's retired the first 8. And Samardzija sends it foul to the screen.
It's down on the field before the game, and it's some kind of hot down there.
A little toasty.
Yes, it was.
Four strikeouts so far for Paddack. Struck out 4 in a row. Belt, Crawford, Parra, and Sandoval. And ready with a 2-2 pitch to Samardzija. Struck him out 2. Make it 5 for Paddack. First 3. It's been outstanding. Scoreless. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast, free quote to see how much you can save. And by USAA, proudly serving the needs of the military community for over 90 years. Chris Paddack has retired the first 9 that he has faced today, 5 by way of the K. The jacket on in this warm day. Locked in as much as you ever can be.
Did you see, I think it was on Twitter, they had pictures of flow charts of what Chris Paddack wanted to accomplish this offseason and this spring training. It was unbelievable how he had everything planned out, setting your goals, what to accomplish, what can I control, what can I not control, and having it all planned out. And what he has learned up to this point in his young professional career. But the main thing was, what I can't control.
I'll tell you this, the plan is going very well.
Yes, it is.
Greg Garcia leading it off here for the Padres.
Leaning on the veterans, asking questions, following their lead. It's quite an example to where, if you got the passion and you want to accomplish something, it's a good path to go by.
Oh, and by the way, talent certainly helps that as well.
Absolutely right.
Now Padres batting here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Garcia getting a second look at Jeff Samardzija. Samardzija wanted that. Breaking ball he thought was strike 3. Kratz, the catcher, turned around, said something to DeJesus, the home plate umpire, as well. Full count instead. It's Garcia now, Hosmer next, top of the order here for the Padres, batting in the last of the third inning. Popped up, back and out of play. Time for the Kia drive to success. Fewest walks per 9 since 2017. Samardzija 2.07. Clayton Kershaw, Von Nova, and Zach Greinke ahead of him, but only those three ahead of him. And he walks on cue. Greg Garcia, and that is the third walk. One was of the intentional variety, but that's 3 walks for Samardzija here.
Very uncharacteristic because we just showed you that graphic. Now time for the Padres to take advantage of that free pass.
Lead runner on for the first time today for the Padres, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. He was a strikeout victim in the first, went looking. The only K of the day so far for Samardzija. Ball 2, and Samardzija now falling behind 2-0.
You know, here's what I've discovered early in this ball game, now in the third inning, but Samardzija not having any success with the off-speed stuff, the changeup, the breaking ball not for a strike. So as a hitter, you can pretty much spit on that and look for the fastball. If it's in your hitting area, go to Hacken. Changeup, other breaking ball, just spit on it until he can prove that he can throw it for a strike.
Throw to first, and diving back safely is Garcia. Samardzija working from the stretch. And a 1-2-3 first. Got out of a bases loaded jam in the second. Now starts a third with a walk and falling behind Hosmer 3-0.
Just can't get that release point out in front. Everything's missing up and away, down and away to the left-handers.
And Machado looming on deck right now for San Diego. Shift in the infield here on the right side of the Giants, and that's a strike taken all the way. It appeared was Hosmer. Popped up left side. On the move is Sandoval. He'll have no play. So full again after Samardzija. Falling behind 3-0. Battles his way back here. See if they give Garcia a start at first here on this 3-2 pitch.
You know what I was thinking, Don? I'm right there with you. I say be aggressive. Start Garcia. Try to stay out of a double play possibly if Eric hits one on the ground. Hey, extra base hit. Possibly Garcia can score.
He is going. And Hosmer lifts a fly ball to short left as Solarte comes in. Makes the catch for the first out. And back to first goes Garcia. It's time now for TD Ameritrade's The Right Call. And Machado in his career against Jeff Samardzija, 5 for 8, 625 batting average, couple of home runs mixed in there.
Who took Manny and picked the stick today?
I believe Mark Sweeney did. He at first pick.
Okay. A small sample size, but hey, really good numbers for Manny.
1 out, 1 on, and here is Manny Machado. He grounded one off of Samardzija, the pitcher, that kicked to short. So put out went 1 to 6 to 3 on Machado in the first inning. Now he drills one foul. Leadoff walk by Garcia. Hosmer flies out to left. 1 on, 1 out. Machado goes the other way, sending Parra back for out number 2. Again, back to first goes Garcia. 2 down.
Is it me, or does the ball sound better off the bat and not going as far as we think it's going to go?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah?
A couple times have been fooled a little bit today.
I thought the ball off the bat of Franmil earlier in the game. Thought it was going to go a little bit, too high of a launch angle.
Too high. So 2 down. Garcia at first, and it brings up Franmil Reyes. Franmil's, I thought, was going a lot further than it did back in the 2nd inning. Duggar back there in center made the catch for the first out of the 2nd inning. Started some of the breaking ball that time and missed.
Once again, there's the breaking ball missing. These hitters can just let it go by. Hope for the heater in the happy zone and do some damage.
Marja trying to work his way around a leadoff walk. So far, so good. And he's able to get Hosmer to fly out to left. Machado to fly out to right. And now dealing with Franmil Reyes. Off the end of the bat foul. And when the Padres hit 2 home runs in a single game, tweet at Fox Sports SD using the hashtag #Hit2Get2 for your chance to win 4 new Hankook tires. Brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers.
It's always good getting new skins for the Chariot, huh?
Yes. Actually need some new skins for the Chariot right now. Yeah. 1-2 is high.
You need a new sled.
I think I may need that too.
Yeah. Trying to lobby for you there, Hoss.
Thank you. Anybody interested? .48 pitches deep here for Samardzija. The 2 down in the 3rd inning. Inside out swing and a pop-up sends Belt into foul ground, but no play.
One thing for sure, Samardzija's trying to bury that fastball into the righties. We've seen that first 3 innings for the right-hander. Next pitch for Samardzija will be half a hundo.
Look out, straightens up Reyes. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and again coming up and in. The full count here. Belt not holding on Garcia at first base. He'll get a running start over there with 2 down. Reyes hits one high and deep towards left center field. Solarte back at the wall. It's going to be Duggar. Makes the catch on the track. That one died as well. Thought for sure that one was headed out of Petco Park. Instead, it's out number 3. Scoreless through 3. So the Anchorman races here in between innings, and I love Lamp. Brick Tamlin had the lead but get distracted by the lamp and ends up losing the race, as it turns out.
He got distracted by the lamp?
Yes.
And then Dennis Weaver won from a cloud?
That's why he lost.
Yeah.
So the lamp got in the way. To the 4th we go. Stephen Duggar going to lead it off for the Giants. Mark Sweeney joins us here for the middle innings. And your thoughts so far on Paddack? Pretty good.
Yeah, really good. I went down to watch the first inning down near the dugout. Just wanted to see it because I watched spring training and his starts, but really, we always talk about his intensity and what he brings. He had a calmness about him that it was really impressive to start the game.
I think that starts, Mark, with between the ears.
All mental?
Mental, yes. Because we all know we can get caught up in the stadium, in the crowd, in the debut, the whole thing. But he is just locked in. He's got a mission. And he, like you said, he's got that calmness about him. He's meant to be here. He's here for a reason. He's going to take advantage of it. But what I'm impressed with is the changeup this afternoon.
Yeah. You know, guys, we sat down with his older brother, Michael, who's a huge influence on his life. It's all been documented. Dennis Lynn wrote that article you were touching on earlier. And he said, you know what? He's ready for this moment. There's Michael right there. He's ready for this moment. And he looks at me after he gets off the set and goes, he's going to be a good one today.
Fouled off to the left out of play here by Steven Duggar. Paddack has retired the first 9-5 by way of the K.
I don't think my brothers said that about my performances.
Still 1-2.
He just is not afraid to challenge hitters, man. And how many times you get the combination of good, firm fastball and locate that fastball? You don't get that too often.
Yeah.
And then the changeup to go along with it. And the curveball will come along. He'll refine that through time.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier too. It seems like that's the one thing that we saw during spring training that's still a work in progress.
Yeah, and that's okay. I think everyone realizes that. I related to the guy up north in a Dodger uniform and Clayton Kershaw. It's not on that same level, but he was a fastball curveball guy coming into the big leagues. And I think it's one of those things that you realize you have to refine it. He had to refine the changeup, but then he added a slider. So as you know, Mark, it's one of those things as a pitcher, you're always looking to modify your repertoire, and he might add another pitch and be that much better.
Strike 3 call. Duggar strikes out, making 6 strikeouts for Chris Paddack.
Well, we've talked about the changeup. This last strikeout is a changeup. Look at the arm action, and then the swing way out in front of it. Cannot stand back. It's worth looking at a handful of them. Same arm slot, same arm action, and it's worth another look here in this inning. There's the curveball.
That one in there for a strike to Paddack. This was the strikeout.
Very nice.
So it's not only the change in speeds, but the location. It's got some movement to it too.
Yeah. That changeup has a lot to do with how you maintain your arm speed, which has a lot to do with the hitters struggling, and they'll slow their swings down. You saw that with Paddack in the first inning. Slowing that swing down to make contact. It's off the barrel.
I've always been a firm believer. If you have that fastball like Paddack, 93, 95, and locate up and down, in and out, right? I believe, yeah, the curveball, the third best pitch probably, but I think you can get by with just the 2 pitches, the fastball and the changeup, if you can locate that fastball.
That's amazing, because you've always heard for years and years and years starting pitchers have to have more than 2 pitches.
It's nice to have that, but I think the key is to locating the fastball, because if you're all over the map, you're not going to be effective.
Line down the right field line, foul.
You know, from the hitter's perspective, it's always that, and we've touched on it before, eliminating another pitch. If you have 2 big league pitches and a fastball changeup, you can navigate 2 times through the order. 3 times you're going to start struggling. I think that's, if you have an added pitch, landing that curveball and giving another thought to the hitters, that comes into play, and then you can start exceeding that 2 times through the order, 3 times, and maybe even finish a game.
And you always hear, you know, why is this guy a reliever? Why did they decide to put him in the pen? Well, he's really only got 2 pitches, so. But hard to argue with the results right now to this point. Payoff pitch coming up here. Paddack staying alive, making him work here a little bit.
My question to you, Mark, is that adding and subtracting with the fastball velocity, when does that come into play?
I think that's huge, especially for a kid who's 23 years old, who's probably been doing that in the minor leagues, because as a youngster, if you got that fastball, you want to hump it up, right? This kid knows how to pitch. He's just not a thrower. Adding and subtracting on the fastball is essentially a different pitch.
Ball 4, and he walks him. That was pretty close. First base runner to reach for the Giants. An 8-pitch at bat right there for Paddack, and a 1-out walk. So 1 out and 1 on, and it brings up Yangervis Solarte. Fouled out to the third baseman, Manny Machado, in the first inning, 0 for 1. Hosmer holding on. Paddack at first base. All right, so you've spent the first 10 hitters working out of the full line. Now to the stretch. How big a deal is it?
It's a little bit different, but you know what, though? Chris uses that kind of like side saddle step from the full windup. So this would be just an abbreviated type delivery. If there's going to be any speed on the base, you have to quicken up the front side and then the back side. But once again, from what we know about Chris Paddack, he is ready for these situations. It's not going to catch him by surprise. But it is totally different after facing so many hitters, and all of a sudden, bang.
Here you are in the fourth inning doing something different. Quick check on Paddack, back to the bag at first. Solarte fouls it off.
Yeah, back-to-back changeups. You can see he has full confidence in that pitch anytime. With a quick arm, and you can see thrown there where visually as a hitter it looks like that fastball has the same rotation.
Staying away and evening the count of 2-2.
And another changeup. Pitchers throw 3 fastballs in a row. Why not throw 3 changeups? I see no problem with that. It's just going to make the fastball look that much tougher to hit, I would have to say, after seeing 3 changeups.
And I would guess as a hitter, you're not expecting to see 3 changeups.
It's the guessing game now. Now you start putting in that thought. And when you're in that guessing game, it's not a good mode to be in. You know, you're sitting there, you have 2 strikes. You have to cover the velocity of the fastball, but you also know that differential with the changeup is very difficult.
A little bit low, and a full count now. He's had to work harder this inning than he has at any point in his outing, and this is the beginning of second time through this order. So we'll see what kind of adjustments the Giants make so far. They've gone pretty deep.
And this is not a spring training game. This is the best 9 the Giants have put out here on a Sunday afternoon. It's a good test.
Runner goes. Solarte swings and misses, and he'll be very out at second base. Strike him out, throw him out. Double play to end things here in the 4th inning. How about that? 7 strikeouts for Paddack. What a throw from Hedges, too. Got there in plenty of time. Scoreless.
Welcome back to Petco Park. No score yet between the Padres and the Giants as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Chris Paddack doing a great job on the mound, and we are honored to be joined by his brother, Michael. Michael, congratulations. How excited are you for this moment?
I'm losing my voice. No, what a great day. He's doing well. I'm proud of him. And, man, this is awesome. This is awesome.
This is something that you guys have worked on together. First of all, how many people are here today? Looks like half of Texas is out here with their cowboy hats on.
Right. That's incredible. No, I think we've got 30-plus family here. He's got old coaches, friends. There's probably 45, 50 people here total. So everybody's got hats on, screaming loud, just backing them up, man. It's incredible.
It is incredible. And did you get any sleep last night? I don't know if you did or not, but maybe you didn't.
Not much. Not much. We had a talk last night. One of our pregame rituals kind of go through talking about what his preparation is going to be like, what his goals are going to be like, what he's trying to accomplish. And after that, we got kind of fired up, and man, today's a good day. Today's a good day.
No question about it. And, you know, talking to him in spring training, within 2 minutes, your name came up because you have been with him the entire time, ever since Little League all the way through. I mean, when did you first see that he had this kind of talent?
When he was 5 years old, I watched him turn an unassisted triple play in T-ball, which is pretty impressive. No, you know, he's every level he's gone to, Pony League, high school, when he first got drafted, he's always been one of the best, if not the best, in his level. So we've always known it's just a matter of continue to keep your head down and work hard, and now he gets a chance to show the world. So this is an incredible moment. Incredible moment.
No question about it. And you guys have shared so much. Talk a little bit about Monday, the event where he found out that he was actually going to get his first major league start. We got a chance to see it on TV. How special a moment was that for him, and then to share with you?
That was probably the most emotional, one of the most special moments I've ever seen. Being a baseball fan, I've seen a lot of great things happen over the last 25 years, but to be able to watch the way that Andy went out and did that, and those guys were behind him, to have Manny Machado, Ian Kinsler, Tatis, and Eric Hosmer be the ones that rally behind you and say, hey, look, kid, we're going to be behind you on Sunday. Welcome to the show. You could see it in his face whenever you watch the video. He was trying to hold back the emotion. It was just incredible.
You know what's amazing is you mentioned that the teammates were there with him. They love your brother. I mean, and it's not just the stuff that he has as a pitcher, but who he is, the character, the leadership that he brings. How did that develop? It's obviously you had a part in that.
I wish I could say, I try to influence as much as I can, but that's just who he is. His character makeup is one of a kind. He's one of the most humble guys you'll ever meet. If you meet him on the street, you're never going to know that he even plays baseball. But everything about what he does, his preparation, the way he goes about it day to day, he's just an incredible player, incredible guy. I'm so happy for him. I'm so proud to watch. It's unreal. Man, yeah, it's a good day.
Talk for a moment just about some of the challenges that he went through. That Tommy John surgery, he himself said that was a turning point in his career. It really helped him to focus even more, got him even more determined to make it. Obviously, there were some ups and downs. Tell us a little about some of the challenges that he went through to make it through that period.
Yeah, obviously, anytime an athlete goes through a potentially career-threatening injury, they're going to have some doubts, right? This is all he's known his entire life. It's all he's done day in and day out is play baseball and prepare to play baseball. So when you have something happen unexpected that you couldn't prevent, that potentially could take your life away from you, of course you're going to have days where you have doubts, and he did. But luckily we were there. I was able to be there with him and make sure I kept his head on straight and let him know, look, you've got something special. And this is just a moment for you to kind of reset, get your body back in, right, and use this as an opportunity to learn more about who you are and grow. So he came out on the other side of it better for it, and you're seeing some results right now. I mean, he's incredible.
No question about it. Now the suits, the hats, the whole pregame preparation, where did that evolve from?
I don't even know. It started probably after he got drafted. That offseason, after the first half year he spent in the big leagues, we talked about it kind of representing who he was and his brand and wanting to be a professional on and off the field. But he kind of took it and made it his own. I mean, I'm more of a traditional suit and tie guy, but he's got the hat and the boots, and it works for him. The flowy hair, and hey, whatever works for him. If you look good, you play good. So that's what he does, and I'm happy for him. So
now he's still a rookie in some ways. You had to drive his truck out from Arizona. Can you tell us the story of how that happened?
Yes. Don't do that again. No, he gave me a call Sunday when they were about to board the plane to go to Seattle, and he said, "Hey man, I made a mistake, a rookie mistake. They had a transit scheduled to pick up all of our vehicles and take them to San Diego." And they told me the time, I just didn't make it there on time for whatever reason. I'm going to need you to take this truck, somehow get it to me. I said, okay, we'll do that. Don't let it happen again. You're in the big leagues now. This can't happen. No. You know, it was cool. I've got my 3-year-old daughter with me, so we flew to Phoenix and we made that drive. It's a pretty drive from Peoria, so it was worth it. And to be able to be here to drop it off for one, meet everybody downstairs, it's what an incredible weekend, man. This is unbelievable.
Relentless is written on his glove. Is that how he goes about things nonstop?
Every day, everything he does. Everything he does. He also has the numbers 236 tattooed on his body, on his rib cage, on his right side, which that was the number he was drafted. And just a little reminder that, you know what, we've always known what he's capable of. Maybe the world didn't see it as early as we did, but don't ever forget. Don't ever forget why you work every day, what you do, and go out there and be relentless in your attack and everything you do. So you can see it. I mean, the look he has on his face when he walks out there, when he's on the mound, he just attacks hitters, and that's how he handles everything he does in his life, man. It's so inspiring, and it's just a great thing.
And he attacks opposing pitchers too. He had a nice line drive into right field. It came up a little short on the base hit, though.
I cannot wait to have our post-game talk and tell him the only thing he needs to work on tomorrow, the first thing he needs to work on tomorrow, is 60-foot sprints, 90-foot sprint. Like, dude, you cannot get thrown out at first base. You would have had the go-ahead RBI in a game where you're pitching well in a debut. Like, what a great story that would have been. But you just lollygag it. No, that was good to see. Again, it goes back to that relentless attitude. He doesn't pay attention to who's on the mound. He doesn't pay attention to who's in the box. He puts in the work every day to do what he does, and he goes out there and he performs. So this is amazing. This is amazing. It's amazing to watch.
Michael, you have a lot to be proud of, and hopefully walk away with a win today. Maybe that first hit will come before this game is over after all.
Right. Hopefully so. Hopefully these guys can rally and get him some support real quick, and they can close the deal. So we'll see what happens.
Michael, thanks for the time. Enjoy the rest of the ballgame.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Guys, you understand what Chris Paddack is all about? Talking to his brother Michael. Back over to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. I'll tell you what, I'd like to have Michael in my corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fired up. I think I could do this, based on what he just motivated me to do and what he motivated to do this guy do. Well, his first runner at first with one out here, and on the move was Myers. A goal, lift one to right center field, and making the catch in right is Parra.
Will didn't retag. Oh, did they catch it?
I think Sandoval is asking them to check, and he is out. He did not retag second base. You called it.
Watch him around second base. Touch second, goes by. You've got to retag and go back. He did not. Ouch, babe.
This becomes a double play that ends the fourth inning. Scoreless as we head to the top of the fifth inning back at Petco Park in San Diego, and it's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
Love trivia.
Bruce Bochy has won over 900 games as a manager with both the Padres and the Giants. Name another manager who has won 900 plus games with two different teams.
Wow.
Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
I think I got that one.
I thought you were stressed out.
I am. I said I think. When I think, it's trouble.
Brandon Belt leading it off and taking strike one. Padres in a shift on the right side here in behind Paddack. Brandon Belt, a strikeout victim in the second inning, 0 for 1. A grounder. Tatis to first, one down in the fifth inning.
Sequence to Brandon Crawford from Chris Paddack, keeping the ball away, changing speeds. The changeup is a really effective pitch. Then trying to catch up to the 94, can't do it. Wastes one there, down, purpose pitch, and then gets him with the 84-mile-an-hour changeup.
That was our Coors Light refreshing finish. One down here in the fifth inning. It brings up Brandon Crawford. Strikeout victim in the second. Again for Paddack, 7 strikeouts.
Good first pitch curveball right there.
Center fielder Manuel Margot over towards left center. Bit of a gap in right center. On the ground into right field. A base hit for Brandon Crawford. First hit of the day for the Giants comes with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
That was a high changeup, looked like, huh? And we know through watching baseball, it doesn't matter who's pitching, if the breaking ball, the off-speed pitch is up in the zone, has a tendency to flatten out. And you know, Brandon Crawford, guys, he's been around the block a long time. He'll hurt you on that high breaking ball. That was the high changeup for the knock.
So there's the first base hit of the day for the Giants. 1 down, 1 on. And here's Gerardo Parra with Machado in on the grass at third. Kind of surrounded the plate, but not a strike. Hosmer holding on Crawford at first. And a flared foul off to the left out of play up into the top deck. Parra's play was huge, getting Paddack at first base. Outfield assist, which would have put the Padres on top 1-0. Parra to left center. Margot tracking it. Shy of the track for out number 2. So 2 down, and Crawford back to the bag at first. As Margot back there in plenty of time.
You know, it's kind of too bad. I'm kind of reliving that Chris Paddack at bat. Gosh darn it.
Can you imagine?
First AB in the big leagues, single, RBI to break the scoreless tie.
2 down here for Sandoval. Struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Rolls one down the first baseline that'll trickle foul. Paddack over to play it.
Well, here it is. First big league at bat. Takes a breaking ball. Oh, he slips out of the box a little bit. Look out for the banana peel. And then Parra with the good arm just gets him.
Ramon DeJesus was very confused on that play.
He was.
He saw Myers score in front of him, so
it's
he
still
thought,
a force out.
Yeah, doesn't change anything really. No 1 pitch coming to Sandoval. And a swing and a miss. Big cut there. 0-2. Pitch 70 on the afternoon coming up here for Paddack.
That's the one thing we know, that strikeout pitcher, the pitch count's going to get up there in 5 or 6 innings.
Sandoval. Late cut, fouls it off the screening beyond the Giants dugout. They're housed on the third base side. There's a pitch count by inning. Had to work the hardest in the 4th inning. 24 pitches. Went to deep counts with Paddack and Solarte, even though he ended up striking out Solarte to end the inning. This one fouled back below us.
See these Giants hitters, they're starting to honor that changeup, and they're just a tick behind his fastball. That in-between feeling's not good for hitters. See if he goes back to that changeup here down the way.
Fouled off again.
Well, he was out in front of that curveball. See that? Love peeking in and getting the signs from Austin Hedges. He's thinking. Sandoval's thinking. Cambio.
Out ahead of it is Sandoval. Nice pick. Bell grounded out to short to begin the inning. Crawford singles to right field. First hit of the day for the Giants. Only second base runner to reach. And then Parra flied out to center field. 2 down. Crawford with that walking lead at first base. Check on him, and back safely is Crawford.
Remember, big strike zone here for Sandoval. He'll swing at anything. He's never seen a pitch he didn't like. You do not have to throw him a legitimate strike here.
Fouls another one off. Defensive cut there. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
I've never seen Pablo swinging at pitches like above his helmet. Seriously.
Yep. Vladdy Guerrero style.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
I want to go up here. It's a fastball, wants it up. Sandoval kind of got jammed and pops it up foul.
This is frustrating for a pitcher, but you know what? You got to stick to your game plan and try not to invent a pitch or outthink yourself. You know the hitter, you know the situation, trust your catcher. Austin Hedges knows the game plan.
And you know what? Driving that pitch count up, as we just saw, that's going to be the problem for Paddack, is those foul balls. Joe Panik at bat, now the Sandoval at bat.
Look at Austin. He's like it was like Bill Dickey back in the 20s with the New York Yankees out of the crouch. You see those old photos back in the day? He was almost standing up behind home plate.
This at bat about to jump into double figures. Pitch 10. Fly ball center field has Margot going back, still going. It is going to be over his head. One hop the wall. Crawford from first base going to try and score. Here comes the throw to the plate. He will be safe. Giants take a 1-0 lead. Pablo Sandoval in a 10-pitch at bat doubles in the game's first run.
Well, it looked like Sandoval got that third pitch, the breaking ball. It's still a good location. As you touched on, Mark, a good bad ball hitter. The sweet spot's that ball over Margot's head in the first run for the Giants, and that was a big one. See Crawford all around those bases, and you can see Sandoval loving that double. That's a pretty good at bat for him.
That was quite an at bat, quite a plate appearance right there for Pablo Sandoval. Drives in the game's first run. There's Eric Kratz. That's grounded out to short in the third. He's 0 for 1. There is action for the first time today in the Padres pen. Adam Warren up and warming right now for the Padres. Kratz hits one high in the air to left field where Myers will make the catch. It'll put an end to the top of the 5th inning, but the Giants take a 1-0 lead. Season, the Padres family lost maybe one of the greatest Padres fans of all time. Summer Serrano passed away this past winter, and a ceremony took place prior to the ball game to honor her memory. Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman there, Mark Grant there, Carlos Hernandez there. Longtime partner Bruce was there, her mother, and a terrible, terrible loss. We miss Summer Lynn Serrano so very much.
I know she was very impactful in your life, Mark Sweeney. Anybody who wore the Padre uniform, Summer just absolutely loved. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. With as many tears as we shed this offseason, the laughs and what Summer brought for us.
Yeah.
I mean, she loved the Padres so much. But you know what? If she didn't like something, she would let you know.
She would.
Right?
And you did a great job on the celebration of life.
Thank you.
And there was such a outpouring of emotions in that room, and it was a lot of laughter. We are always going to remember Summer, because if you were in a Padre uniform, you knew everything about Summer. Carlos Hernandez, her favorite player, just a wonderful human being that we're constantly going to miss, but we'll never forget.
So very nice to me when I arrived here for the first time 4 years ago. She was one of the first people to reach out to me, and we miss her greatly.
You spoke at the Padres?
I did, yes.
She was always there.
Was always at the Padres, and
she was president for quite a while as well of the Padres. And they presented, you probably got one too, but the Padres, after you speak at the luncheon, they give you a coffee mug.
Yes.
And I've got it right up in my cabinet at home. Every morning I go in there, I think of Summer as I have a cup of Joe, and kind of reminisce a little bit of what she meant to this organization. Summer was family.
Yeah, and she gave great hugs too. That's all she wanted. She wanted that hug down in spring training, whether it was here at the field. And listen, being in another uniform, it didn't matter. Once a Padre, always a Padre.
Austin Hedges leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Giants have taken a 1-0 lead.
And if you went on a cruise with Summer, you better be prepared. Because you were going to have a blast. Her and Barb Cook.
Yes. I've done that.
And
been
Patty,
there.
when she was here with us, God rest her soul. Man.
You know, I knew Madres before I knew any Padres.
Really?
Yes. There's a fly ball headed towards left center. And Duggar, with the glasses on, will make the catch for the first out here of the 5th.
Oh, you're talking about the combination cruises.
Larry Lucchino, of course, was a former president here of the Padres, had cruises of all the places, combined teams that he had worked, which was Baltimore, San Diego, and Boston. So they combined to have a cruise. And I would go on that cruise, and somehow I missed you guys by like a year each time. But I was always on the cruise, and the Madres were always on the cruise, and I got to know all the Madres before I even got here. So it was like, you know, all of them. Hello, Summer. Haven't seen you in a while. So I don't think they do it anymore. But I missed you guys. You guys were on the cruise.
Yes. We had a blast that year. Boach was on it. We had
was
a
that
good
98,
fun.
Mark, or 99?
It was so long ago that his oldest son Andrew was. I was jumping. I was throwing him
in
all around in the pool.
Now he's 6'4" and
now
25
he's throwing
years
me
old.
around.
Yeah.
One down here in the 5th as Cordero bats here for Chris Paddack, whose day is over. And quite a debut. Ends up throwing 79 pitches, 57 for strikes. Total of 2 hits allowed, 1 run. 7 strikeouts for him in the 5 innings that he worked.
That's a really good day in the big leagues, especially a major league debut.
You know, 2 at bats stick out to me. The Joe Panik at bat where he walked, and then also the Pablo Sandoval. Obviously, not being able to put him away might frustrate him, but you're right, Mark. Showed very well, and that changeup, fastball combination was very good today.
Samardzija working here with 1 down in the inning to the pinch hitter, Franchy Cordero, who last night got a start in center field. And due to injury, limited to only 40 games a year ago with San Diego. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Samardzija wanted it. Wow. Called the ball. Kratz turns around, says some stuff to Ramon de Jesus. Been a few today for Samardzija that he has not gotten, and this is certainly one of them.
Wow, where does that one miss? That's a dandy of a pitch.
Pitch 75. Swung on a miss by Cordero. Now they switch here in the defensive alignment. Sandoval had been on the left side with the shift, and now with 2 strikes moves to the right side.
You know, with 2 strikes, maybe more of a cautious swing if he puts it that way, more range for Crawford at shortstop.
This ball 4, and Samardzija certainly doesn't like this after home plate umpire Ramon de Jesus may have missed one earlier. Quite a day for Chris Paddack in his major league debut.
Well, all the hype coming to the ballpark, what he did in spring training, everybody was really, really excited, but it all laid on the shoulders of Chris Paddack, and you know what, guys? He answered the call. Climbing the strike zone with the fastball, getting some help from Austin Hedges. You feel good about today's outing.
Just the 1 run, 2 hits. Walked a batter, struck out 7. Finished with 79 pitches, and again 57 of those were thrown for strikes. Samardzija really feels like he's getting squeezed right now.
A curveball that missed, that he did not get, has been the frustration. And that last at bat.
There's a strike at 93 from Samardzija. That evens the count to Garcia at 1-1. Edges flied out to begin the inning. Franchi Cordero pinch hitting for the Padres pitcher. Walks. We're talking about how few walks Jeff Samardzija generally gives up. 4 in today's game, although 1 was of the intentional variety. It really has been more of an even split today than we're used to from Samardzija as far as strikes thrown. 79 pitches, 41 strikes, 38 balls.
You know what, guys, talking to some of the scouts during spring training, the velocity was down. There wasn't a finish on the breaking ball. I didn't see that. So there's the intensity part that you get from a veteran pitcher that has the ability to go out there. But you're right. It's been a lot of balls. It's been unfamiliar with Samardzija. Maybe that uptick in velocity is messing with that command a little bit.
Yeah, all accounts that I've talked to people with the Giants, they say he's stronger than ever after last year, starting rehab in the offseason, stayed in San Francisco, and that could be the case.
2-1 pitch coming here to Garcia. First to throw over, and just getting back was Cordero. Almost nabbed him there. The first move appeared to be going the wrong direction.
See Belt trying to, was he trying to block the bag too with that right foot of his a little bit as Franchi dives towards the outfield part of the bag?
Lined and caught, could turn into 2. No, bad throw. Up and over Belt. And Franchi will take second base. So instead of the double play on the lineout, Sandoval launches one to first. The errant throw gets Cordero to second.
Boy, that was a tailor-made right in your lap double play. The double pump, and then he slips. Did his back foot slip a little bit? Stamp that one airmail.
No chance for Belt, and he is tall. 2 down. Cordero at second base.
How tall is he?
Very. Here's Hosmer with a chance, trying to tie this game. Takes a look at ball 1, running up and in.
Well, we said all along the presence of Manny Machado in the number 3 hole. This is a scenario right here. It looks like Eric Hosmer is probably going to get some good pitches to hit.
Fouls it off, and it evens at 1-1. Hosmer today 0 for 2. Struck out looking and flied out to left field. I'll take advantage here of a miscue from the Giants' third baseman Pablo Sandoval. Spins off the backside, no throw. Look into the sun field here at Petco Park in San Diego. So we play day baseball, finale of this 4-game series. Hosmer fouls it off and is down 1-2.
Samardzija maintaining the velocity at 93 on that fastball. The next pitch will be 84 for the Shark.
Hosmer sends one to right field in for a base hit. Cordero being waved around, and oh, this game is tied. Eric Hosmer driving it in.
Now 2-strike hitting by Eric Hosmer, and that was a huge at-bat. Had a couple pitches to hit earlier in the at-bat, but this one's actually out of the strike zone, getting on top of it. Slashing that line drive into right field for a big knock and an RBI. That's nice hitting by Haas.
Boy, you know, the one thing I noticed there, Mark, is getting on top of that ball. I mean, that pitch, that swing has the making of a high pop fly, maybe on the infield, but he does a good job of getting his hands on the right position there.
2 down, Hosmer now at first with a run in, and here's Manning. Pops a curveball on him that fooled him for strike one.
Guys, noticed a lot of soft stuff to Manny Machado in this series.
Based on that, you got to think that's kind of the way to approach it.
Yep.
Driven to left center field. Duggar will have plenty of room as he makes the catch shy of the track that will end the 5th inning. But the Padres get a run and tie this game up 1-1. Back at Petco Park, that's the day for Chris Paddack as he was hit for in the inning by Franchy Cordero. Comes around to tie the score, so he is off the hook as well for this game. Join T-Mobile and score free MLB.tv all season long. Sign up now at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Now Paddack goes 5, 2 hits, a run. He walked a batter, struck out 7 in his major league debut. Will not be part of the decision. And a game that is now tied 1-1, and into the game from the pen comes Adam Warren.
Like what I've seen in Adam Warren, the veteran. You see last year's numbers with the Yankees and the M's, 47 games, a very nice ERA at 3.14. Strikeout per innings pitched, but look at 240 batting average against. I'll take that. Picking up Chris Paddack, who's hanging around in the dugout cheering on his teammates, which you got to love.
Connor Joe, who had started the first 3 games of this series, today comes off the bench. A San Diego native, down 0-1. At 299 last year in the minors in 106 games. Made his major league debut here opening day. To left field, and Myers coming in to get there. Makes the catch, middle of the cap high for out number 1. Well, Jeff Samardzij's day is over as Joe hits for him here to begin the 6th inning. Samardzij ends up with 86 pitches in his 5 innings, and he comes out of the game. 1 down, top of the order, Steven Duggar coming up. There is Nick Vincent up in the pen right now, a former Padre, warming for the Giants. Steven Duggar 0 for 2. Right on the corner. Maybe. 0-2.
Corner of 8th and K.
In fairness to Ramon De Jesus, I thought it looked pretty good until I looked at the pitch zone.
Yeah.
And realized that it was outside the box.
As a former pitcher, I have to say, quite frankly, I like umpires who think outside the box.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark?
That surrounded the plate.
It did. It surrounded the box.
Okay,
It did. It surrounded the box.
It did.
Yeah.
It wasn't a strike, but it surrounded the box. 1-2 pitch to Steven Duggar with 1 down. Swing and a miss, and Duggar strikes out. Let's take a look at StatCast AI powered by AWS. Let's talk about pop time. How quickly popping up and firing it down there. 1.97 seconds pop time. Arm strength 82.4 miles per hour in that throw to second base.
Yeah, as soon as that ball hits the glove, it's the catcher getting rid of it, and then when it hits the glove of the fielder at second base, very, very quick.
2 down here in the 6th inning, and Joe Paddack will take a look at ball 1. And grounded out to third base in the 1st inning. Walked in the 4th inning. He was caught stealing by Austin Hedges. Giants have been held to 2 hits, both allowed by Chris Paddack, who did not give up his first hit in his major league debut until there was 1 out in the 5th inning. Warren falling behind, 2-1. Lined and caught at second base by Garcia. Had to run to the outfield grass to reel it in. Bottom of the 6th coming up, tied at 1. Well, it's time now for our Geico Badge for History on this Military Sunday and Military Opening Day. The Colonel, Jerry Coleman, well, on opening day, Padres defeated the Giants 6-4. That was back on April 10th, 1980, giving first-time manager Jerry Coleman his first managerial win.
So many things we can say about the Colonel. Love that man dearly. We're broadcasting, starting out broadcasting. You know, it's some tough baseball, right? Walk out of the booth and you cross paths with Jerry. He goes, "Now, you know, Mark, it's all your fault." Every time.
Well, Nick Vincent comes into the game here for the Giants. Been warming in the pen. And Franmil Reyes leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, we remember Nick as a Padre, Ramona native, not far from here. Fastball, cutter, breaking ball, changeup. With the M's last year, put up pretty good numbers. Works quickly and fires strikes.
Takes over for Samardzija, who went 5, giving up 3 hits, 1 run. Walked 4 and struck out 2. One of the walks was of the intentional variety, but still not used to seeing that. Line towards left center field. It's going to be a gapper for Franmil Reyes. All the way to the wall. Reyes headed for second, standing with a leadoff double in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, we mentioned the breaking stuff out of the hand of Nick Vincent. It looks when this one hangs a little bit. Little cutter that's on the inner third, and Franmil does a great job of getting the hands through and pulling it to the pull side, and he is off and running, and that is a big kid running the bases. Pump those arms. Got to go. Trying to break the 1-1 tie. It's also fun to see the teammates on the bench this early in the season rooting and hooting and hollering for their teammates, huh?
Well, it's been a theme so far this season, no doubt about it, as Will Myers has been on twice, a walk and a single so far today. He's down to the count 0-1.
You know, guys, you remember opening day, obviously the big home run, but Will Myers in the same situation where he had to move the runner, forced his way into hitting the ball up the middle. You could really see him consciously going the other way. I love that thought process.
And you know what, Mark, with this pitcher, Nick Vincent, he throws that cut fastball. Pitchers are moving away from Will. Let's see if he tries to do just that.
Once time gets it from DeJesus, home plate umpire. Takes the strike, thought about it, but couldn't pull the trigger, down 0-2. He starts this inning with a gapper to left center field, and it's a walking lead off second base. Swing and a miss. Elevating was Vincent, and Myers strikes out, 1 down.
That was the purpose pitch. It was a little cutter. You can see that Kratz was out of the crouch. Got the sign, got the target, and followed suit. Big strikeout for Nick Vincent.
Runner at second, 1 down. Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 today. Flied out to center and struck out swinging. Vincent trying to work his way around a leadoff double. Start things here in the bottom of the 6th inning in a tie game. Both teams into the pens. Mm. 0-2. That was great analysis. What were you getting at there? Pitch to hit?
Just, yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Really breaking it down. What I was curious about is you thought that was something he would want back.
Here's the pitch.
I can feel you.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You don't get that everywhere. 0-2 coming up. Trying to elevate again. You got Myers to chase. Tatis does not. Who's up and away too. Popped up right side. Brandon Belt. Little stagger, but he makes the grab for out number 2. Well, it's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. In regards to Bruce Bochy and his wins, won over 900 games as a manager with both the Padres and the Giants. And name another manager who has won 900 plus games with 2 different teams. Bruce Bochy is the only manager to record 900 plus wins with 2 different teams. I was thinking maybe Tony La Russa.
What's going on?
That's what I thought. Tony La Russa. That stuff stresses me out.
That's a trick question.
Yeah,
that's very stressful. I'm stressed out now, Mark Sweeney, for the love of Pete.
Now you know the feeling.
Who thought of that?
I'm guessing Chiron Bob.
Oh, here we go.
Thanks, Chiron.
Yeah, that's
going to stress me out on a Sunday.
Here's Manuel Margot.
I was guessing Sparky Anderson.
I like
Cincinnati
that
Reds, Detroit Tigers.
Thinking Tony La Russa, Oakland Cardinals,
White Sox, Cardinals.
Oh yeah. Not so much White Sox. I wouldn't put them in that.
That wasn't good years. They were lean years.
Action in the pen. Trey Wigginter warms for the Padres. We've already seen Adam Warren come out of the pen today. After Chris Paddack went the first 5 through 79 pitches, gave up only 1 run. Struck out 7. On the ground right side, Paddack slides to his left and throws out Margot. Padres unable to score in the 6th inning. Game still tied 1-1. Time for the game summary in this one. Tied 1-1 as Chris Paddack making his major league debut. Ended up striking out 7 in one stretch, had struck out 4 in a row. So 7 Ks in 5 innings. Didn't give up a hit until the 5th inning. Pablo Sandoval sends this one over the head of Manuel Margot, and coming around to score for the Giants is Brandon Crawford. That's how they got their run. Eric Hosmer would drive in the Padres run. Game tied 1-1. Into the 7th inning we go. Adam Warren back on the mound, at least to begin the inning. At a 1-2-3 6th inning, and he starts the 7th. And old friend Yangervis Solarte takes strike 1.
Looks like a little bit of movement in the Padre bullpen, but nobody throwing up on the hill there.
Strike call went around. Solarte didn't like it. John Tumpain, third base umpire, said he offered. Softly lined and caught by Machado. Looked like Machado at first was going to have to play that on a hop, but gets in there quickly for out number 1.
By the way, did I just say throwing up in the bullpen?
I think you did.
I just said that, didn't I? Nobody's sick out there. I just want to say all the relievers are healthy. What I meant to say was nobody was up in the bullpen throwing.
But if you reverse the order, then it's something different altogether. 1 out for Brandon Belt, 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the second, grounded out to short in the 5th. A shift on Belt, per usual, right side. Fernando Tatis Jr., the shortstop, moves over to the right side.
Some serious range right there up the middle, huh?
Both to his left and his right. There's the shift. Greg Garcia ducking back to the short lawn and right. Few strides on the outfield grass. Like a pretty good pitch.
How about that? Huh?
Didn't get it.
Good breaking ball. Inside corner, did not get the call.
So now behind 3-1 to Brandon Belt.
Yeah, that's a swing pitch right there into the favor of Brandon Belt.
Well, he gets it by him. Full count now.
And he pulled the string, went off speed. Hitter's count rather than the fastball.
In the air, down the right field line, towards the pole and the corner, and it will be a foul ball. Started fair, but just kept moving.
Out in front of it just a little bit.
Five in a row retired by Padres pitching, with 1 down here in the 7th. Ball 4 and Belt with a 1-out walk. First walk allowed by Adam Warren. Walk, and here's Brandon Crawford. He got the first hit of the day for the Giants. This Paddack did not give up a hit through 4 1/3 innings before Crawford singled to right field. The walk allowed by Warren, his first, and only the second walk allowed today by Padres pitching. As Paddack threw 5, walked only 1. There's a strike, 1-1.
You know, Don, I look at Adam Warren, and he's one of those pitchers to me. I know he pitched a lot in the American League, in the Bronx and Chicago a little bit with the Cubs, and then back to the Yankees and Seattle. But he's been one of those sneaky type pitchers under the radar who's put up pretty darn good numbers over the course of his career. Coming to this year, an ERA of 3.42. You know, there's always that middle reliever that's Mr. Reliable, right? Like a Craig Stammen. You know, we've seen him more with Washington, of course, than with the San Diego Padres. But I think Adam Warren falls into that category. He's had a nice career into his 7th year in the big leagues. He's got some postseason experience with the Pinstripers.
He's used as a starter and reliever by the Yankees. His 25th pitch of relief is in the dirt, blocked by Hedges, trying for second. His belt throw there is going to be in time. He's out. Austin Hedges, after collecting the baseball, fires down and gets Belt for the second out.
That is not an easy play all the way around. As we take a look at this pitch, watch where this pitch is. It's in the dirt. Smother, recover, throw a P-Rod to Junior right into the gut of Brandon Belt for the out. That was a very, very nice play. I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. didn't have to do anything, just catch the ball. Belt slid right into it.
So Crawford now batting with the bases empty. Full count to him as Warren misses. Now, Warren is the type of guy that can go multiple innings, and that's what Andy Green's trying to do here. He's gone an inning and 2/3 so far. Swinging a foul tip for strike 3. Second strikeout for Warren. It's 7th inning stretch. Game tied up 1-1 as we head to the last half of the 7th inning back at Petco Park. Austin Hedges about to lead it off here for the Padres in the 7th. Well pitched ball game, both sides today. Hedges was walked intentionally back in the 2nd inning. Flied out to center field in the 5th. Here he is in the 7th. Downfield straightaway on Hedges. Hunter Renfroe has come out on deck. He would bat in Adam Warren's spot, the pitcher. With action in the pen, Craig Stammen warms. Line to left field, and a base hit starts things here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Second time Austin Hedges has been aboard.
Well, trying to flip that lineup over after Hedges, and then the number 9 spot, the pinch hitter Renfroe. Put some pressure on these Giants. Nice short quick stroke to the pull side for Austin Hedges.
Lead runner on for the 2nd straight inning. Reyes had doubled to begin the 6th inning against Nick Vincent. Now a single by Hedges. And here is Renfroe to pinch hit.
He had a hanger there to turn around and do some damage. Looks like it opened up just a little bit too quickly on that one.
26 home runs a year ago for Renfroe to lead the club in that category. And 1 home run during the spring. On the ground up the middle to the backhand goes Paddack. He'll flip to second, and it's in time. Well, they were in a shift on the right side. And as it turns out, they get the lead runner in Hedges at second. Renfroe will reach it first, but defensively they were lined up pretty good.
That was a very nice play by Joe Paddack, going to his right and then the backhand, and then the presence of mind for Brandon Crawford, knowing that the fourth play at second base, he's got to cover. He's directly to the bag, the backhand flip, and they get him just in time.
Looks like that foot is up.
Yeah. Yeah, very close.
So the fielder's choice allows Renfroe to reach at first base. 1 down. Flip the order over, and Greg Garcia comes to the plate. And on the grass at third is Sandoval. Down and in for ball 1.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Nick Vincent with that fastball, that cut fastball, right? That slider down and in, and on even playing to left-handed hitters like Greg. The potential of possibly pulling a pitch. If he gets one that's out over the plate, maybe inner third. Belt holding on the runner, and he could rattle something down in that right field corner.
Ball and a strike now to Garcia, who reached in the third inning on a walk. He's grounded out, lined out. Eric Hosmer waiting on deck. He drove in the Padres run in the 5th inning with a single to right field. High for ball 2. 38,444 on hand today. 38,444 for the finale of this 4-game series on a beautiful afternoon in San Diego. Sun-splashed field of Petco Park. Foul off to the left out of play. 2-2. Vincent into his 2nd inning of relief. Worked the 6th inning. Back out there to start the 7th. And mirror what Adam Warren was able to do for the Padres out of their pen. He worked the 6th and the 7th. And has kept this game a 1-1 tie. Full count.
And Nick Vincent will also try to backdoor that cutter to the left-handed hitter. Started off the plate and bang, try to hit that outside corner. And that's where, as a hitter, if it's close enough, try to spank it that way. That's the way the outfield is playing, Greg Garcia, to go the other way towards that left field line. Duggar in center on the shortstop side of second base just a little bit.
For the first as Renfroe back to the bag. The check. More action in the pen now. Sam Dyson is up for the Giants. The Padres have had their chances. They have left 6 men on. Here's a grounder inside the bag at third, down the line to left. Renfroe headed for third, and they will stop him there. It is a double for Greg Garcia, and it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out here in the 7th. That's quite a swing right there. Just slapped it inside the line, down the third base line. Choking up.
How about Greg Garcia using the whole field? Remember last night, pinch hit, doubled down the right field line. This time he's choked up and just punches it in between the bag and the third baseman Pablo Sandoval, and the Padres got action here. Oh, we got action.
So 1 out, 2nd and 3rd, and Hosmer coming up. 4 plate appearances for Greg Garcia. He's seen 23 pitches. He's really working.
Good command of the strike zone. Follow up some pitches.
Our crowd's the catcher headed out, and we're going to have a group meeting. Everybody coming in.
It's a Shriners convention out there on that hill. Making sure everybody's on the same page. It looks like the infield is going to be brought in, not all the way, but kind of 3/4.
Chance here for Eric Hosmer to put the Padres on top in this one. Vincent about to throw his 25th pitch in relief. We have 1 down here in the 7th inning. Renfroe at third, Garcia at second. 1 for 2 in his career against Vincent, and that includes a home run. And they're not going to deal with Hosmer. They're going to put him on. So the intentional walk. Second intentional walk handed out by the Giants today. And here comes Bochy. They've had Sam Dyson in the pen, giving him enough time, and he'll be coming in. 1-1 game. Padres have the bases loaded. The pitching change from Petco Park. One to one the score here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 down, and that's one of the things you got to do now with the Padres. You got to pick your poison. What do you want to do? You want to face Hosmer? You want to face Machado?
Well, with the way Machado has been pitched this series, a lot of soft stuff, and the righty Dyson, he's been in this series once already. That was on Friday night. It is kind of a pick your poison type deal because we know how quickly Manny Machado can turn it around. As we take a look at last season, 74 games for Sam Dyson. As I mentioned, he was in on Friday night. He pitched the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 8th for the right-hander.
Inherits 3 runners with Renfroe at third, Garcia at second, Hosmer at first. They are the responsibility of Nick Benson. You got Machado and you got Reyes.
Here's what I'm thinking. Dyson, you know, there's nowhere to put Manny. He's looking for the fastball to hit. Will Dyson throw the first pitch breaking ball to try to get ahead?
Machado has seen a healthy diet of breaking balls.
Yes,
that's for sure.
He has.
Bases filled with Padres. 1 out here in a tie game in the 7th inning.
Does he guess breaking ball, get it, and damage it? Stay tuned.
Machado grounds one softly towards short. Crawford is second for 1, on to first. It is not in time. Run scores. Padres take a 2-1 lead. Machado had to get down the line quickly, and he did. Beats it out. The run scores.
Well, a ball not hit that hard gives the runner a chance, and very, very close. Great hustle by Manny, knowing that he's got to go to keep it alive. He says safe. Ted Barrett says safe.
They are going to challenge, it appears. I don't know now. DeJesus calling the first base umpire and all the umpires in. So no challenge. Andy Green was headed out there too, and now he goes back to his dugout. Now here comes Bochy. Not 100% sure what's going on. Ted Barrett, the crew chief, coming in to get involved in this conversation. No challenge. Not sure why the umpires got together. First and third with 2 down. Now looking to obtain some insurance here as it's getting late. Last of the 7th inning. Franmil Reyes with a gapper double to left center field his last time up. And a 1-for-3 day for the Padres right fielder. To left field. Solarte going back. He will get there to make the catch. That will end the inning. Manny Machado legs it out at first base, reaches on a fielder's choice, stays out of a double play, and the Padres push across the go-ahead run.
In Los Angeles today. They're in the 6th inning, but this is from earlier. Nick Ahmed.
You know, Nick Ahmed, known for his glove, but comes up with some clutch hits going the other way. That's a big double for them Listen, this has been a weird series. Extra innings 2 nights ago, a lot of runs for the Dodgers. That'd be a big win for the Diamondbacks.
7-5 right now. They're in the middle of the 6th. Mark and I are working on Padres Live, the postgame show, brought to you by Cox Communications. We'll get you set for the Diamondbacks, who come into town for a series with your Padres beginning tomorrow. We'll get that out of the way. We're going to focus, though, on a nice debut. I think Michael Paddack, his brother, is going to be with us on the set to talk about Chris's debut. Did a great job all the way around. He was a lot of fun to watch today.
Yeah, he was. And obviously, fastball changeup. Yes, it's going to be exciting emotionally what he was like, especially coming out of the ballgame.
All right, Don and Mark, we'll see you after the final out.
All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. We play along here to the 8th inning, and the Padres have made some changes. Let's start with a reliever into this game. The third arm used today by Andy Green is Craig Stammen. And he deals with ball 1 to Gerardo Parra.
Mr. Reliable, 1-run lead. Tight game here in the 8th. We talk about what Craig did last season. Opponent's only in 221. He's been in this many, many times, this situation.
Parra 0 for 2 today, has struck out swinging and flied out to center. There is the other part of this change. Hunter Renfroe takes over in right field. Stays in the game after pinch hitting in the pitcher's spot. So with Reyes coming out, the pitcher spot is now 4th in the order. And of course, Reyes flied out to end the inning. His ground ball, diving at third is Machado from his knees to throw in time. Manny Machado down there at third, getting it done on his knees. He had time to get up too, but chose not to.
Makes it look so easy. In on the grass. The 2-hopper, like you said, Don, plenty of time. The flip throw from the knees. What are you going to do, right?
One down for Pablo Sandoval.
Did you see that look that he just gave Fernando?
Yeah, that's right. I'm that good.
Yeah, because I can.
Why did I do it? Because I can. Sandoval 1 for 2. He drove in the Giants' run in the 5th inning. His double up over the head of Manuel Margot in center field. Scored Brandon Crawford. Trying to frame it was Hedges, but it's away. Stammen falling behind 3-0 to Sandoval. Takes a strike. That time did get the corner.
Craig usually around the plate. He pounds the strike zone with all of his pitches as we got action in the Giants pen. But last year, 79 innings, only 17 walks for Craig Stammen.
Melanson and Watson in the pen. Fly ball, right field. Renfroe dealing with the sun. 2 down. And now a quick word from TD Ameritrade.
Tough trade got you in a pickle? Make the right call with TD Ameritrade's trade desk. I'd do it, but time's hard.
2 down here in the 8th inning. Brings up Eric Kratz, the catcher for the Giants. Today has bounced to short, flied out to left. On the ground, left side to Tatis at short. Gathers and throws. That's the top of the 8th inning for Craig Stammen. 1-2-3, 2-1 Padres. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the pet company. And by Sequan Casino Resort, now open. Book your hotel reservation today at sequan.com. These are the guys in the flyover, the F-18 Super Hornet aircrafts from the Black Knights of Fighter Squadron 154 stationed in Lemoore, California.
Is there a weight restriction to being
There
able to
is.
fly in those things?
You found out 2 years ago you can't fly in those planes because you are too fat.
There's the evil Don laugh.
You're 255-ish. And that is not going to get it done. You cannot get in the plane.
Ejection chair is just screaming.
Here we go. Last of the 8th inning, Will Myers. Sam Dyson as Myers drops the bunt down. Sandoval, no play, bunt single. Will Myers opens up the bottom of the 8th inning.
Hey, not a bad idea. You got the 2-1 lead. It's late. Why not surprise the defense by laying one down? You can see how far back Pablo Sandoval is playing. Near the cut of the left field grass. No chance. We saw Fernando Tatis Jr. do that earlier in the series, and now on this Sunday afternoon, a runner aboard here with nobody out in the 8th.
Lead runner on, and Fernando Tatis Jr. coming up.
I'd like to see him pop one right here.
Back is Myers at first. He's been on 3 times today, a walk and 2 singles. Padres trying to obtain some insurance here in the last of the 8th on top 2-1. On the ground to third, under the glove of Sandoval. Myers will take second, so instead of a double play ball, it's first and second with nobody out, and the second error of the day charged to Pablo Sandoval.
Boy, I'm very surprised. Because anything hit in the general direction, we've seen Pablo Sandoval make the play. And don't let his physique fool you. This kid is very, very athletic. And this is a just good old-fashioned boot. Padres have to take advantage of that.
First and second, nobody out, Manuel Margot. They're in at the corners here, anticipating a bunt from Margot. He does square, and one hopper to Belt is going to second base, and that is going to be in time. They get the middleman in Tatis. So Crawford covers. An aggressive play there by Belt to try to get the guy at second base. He does.
How about Fernando Tatis Jr. going to second base hard? I mean, he went in hard. It was a clean slide, but he wants to get there to try to beat it. Being left-handed Belt, he slides before the bag and just happens his momentum going past the bag, but they get the lead runner. It's a forced play.
At the corners with one down. Austin Hedges coming up. Outfield about straight away on Hedges. Double play depth here. Austin today has been intentionally walked, flied out to center, and last time up single. To left field, Solarte plays it on a hop. From third base comes Myers, and the Padres take a 3-1 lead. RBI single for Austin Hedges gives the Padres a 2-run lead.
Hopping all over the first pitch. Does he make a mistake? You bet he does. Oh, Dyson wanted that one down and away. That one leaks inner half, and Austin is all over it.
Padres have been very aggressive against Dyson. He's thrown 6 pitches to 6 batters. Everybody going after that first pitch. Not this time. Renfroe takes ball 1. Grounded into a fielder's choice when he pinch hit in the 7th inning. Came in as part of a double switch. Breaking ball misses. 2-0. Fouled over by the Giants dugout. 2-1. Padres have added to their lead here in the 8th, now looking for more. Top of the order, Greg Garcia waits on deck. Still just 1 out in the inning. Mason taking a long time, run for a request time, and receives permission for timeout. Now they're going to meet and talk. They're going back and forth as to what to do. We're down to 2 mound visits remaining.
Gotta go.
Stack it up on the left side here against Renfroe. 3 on the left. Popped up. Foul ground. Kratz coming back, won't have a play.
Still hanging out in the dugout. Chris Paddack enjoying a big league ball game.
Started with the first 5 innings, giving up 1 run and only 2 hits. Walked a batter, struck out 7. Not part of the decision, but hoping his team can grab a victory here today and a series win against the San Francisco Giants. Breaking ball away and a full count. Kirby Yates getting ready for the 9th inning. Pitcher spot and then the top 2 in the Giants order anticipated. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe strikes out. That's out 2 of the 8th inning.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
So Dyson getting the strikeout of Renfroe. 2 down here in the 8th inning, and brings up Greg Garcia. Doubled in the 7th inning. Walk back in the 3rd. Play for him to go the other way. Duggar, the center fielder, to left center. And a swing and a foul. It glances off the glove of Eric Kratz.
Need 1 more run, Donnie. A little insurance.
You got speed and Manuel Margot at second base. See if Garcia can bring him in. Bunt bid. Kratz, the catcher, jumps out, fires to first, and he's able to get Garcia for the final out of the 8th inning. But Austin Hedges with a base hit to left field drives in another run for the Padres, who grab some insurance in the bottom of the 8th. Take a 3-1 lead to the top of the 9th inning. Time now for the Bill Howe plays of the game, and an impressive debut for Chris Paddack.
He was locked in from the first pitch, and all the hype. You know what? Credit the kid for going out there and answering the bell. He used the fastball, locating it nicely. He threw the changeup, threw it behind the count. Little help from his friends right there in Austin Hedges. And I would say that's a darn good major league debut for that kid. 5 solid innings, only a couple hits, struck out 7 for Chris Paddack. There's more where that came from, Donnie, so stay tuned.
On to the ninth inning. Padres have a 2-run advantage, and Kirby Yates comes in trying to finish it off and grab a save.
Last season, 12 out of 13 for Kirby. Last outing was against these Giants.
Evan Longoria pinch hitting to begin things here in the ninth inning. The day off until now. Started the first 3 games of this 4-game series and leads it off in the ninth inning. Padres pitching has been able to hold the Giants offense to only 2 hits in this game. Padres out hitting the Giants 8-2. High for ball 2. Longoria will be followed by Steven Duggar and Joe Paddack. Anybody gets on, and Hervis Solarte will have a chance here in the Giants' ninth. On the ground to third base. Machado to first. 1 down.
Be sure to stay tuned, not only the post-game show with Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomerantz for Padres Live, but after that today, after Padres Live, Tony Gwynn Jr., the new host of Padres POV. A lot of good stories coming your way, and hosted by a great egg, Tony Gwynn Jr.
1 down in the ninth inning. Steven Duggar coming up here for San Francisco. 0 for 3 on the day. Fly out to left and 2 strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging. Fouled off for strike 1. So Paddack for 5, giving up the 1 run the Giants have. Adam Warren 2 hitless shutout innings. Craig Stammen 1 inning hitless, no runs. Got a 1-2-3 8th inning to get to Yates here for the 9th, who has 1 away. Foul to the left, 0-2.
It's one thing we talked about quite a bit in spring training, right? Bridging that gap. Starters going 5, maybe 6. You go 7. That's awesome. But if you ever only go 5, you got to bridge that gap and hopefully hold that lead for Kirby Yates.
Paddack today going 5 innings and throwing 79 pitches in those 5 innings. In the air, foul, and it hangs at 1-2 here to Duggar. Found in the shadows right now, cast by the light tower off to the left. The plate still very much in the sunshine.
So the baseball in a shadow and then bang, sunlight, huh?
Kind of changed colors on the way in.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Yates strikes out Duggar. 2 down in the 9th. That is 10 strikeouts for Padres pitching today.
It's the splitter off the table, the old trap door, and that ball, it splits the plate, but the movement and the speed, Duggar swings right over the top of it.
2 down, 9th inning, and Joe Paddack coming up. The Friar faithful stand as one at Petco Park in San Diego. Strike 1. Paddack 0 for 2 today, did reach on a walk in the 4th inning. Batting with 2 down, bases empty here in the 9th inning. Did miss by a lot with that fastball. 1-1. Wow. 2-1. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Really good pitch.
Falls behind here, 3-1 to Paddack. And Hervis Solarte waits on deck, but Yates would rather take care of business right here, right now. Paddack pops it up. Tatis hit it out to the short lawn and left. Makes the catch and the Padres win. Padres able to take 3 out of 4 from the San Francisco Giants to open up the season. Today they win it 3-1. Chris Paddack with his successful Major League debut today. Not part of the decision, but great to watch as the Padres win it. A final again, 3-1. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?
Donnie, hope everybody sticks around. We got a big show for you. As you mentioned, Chris Paddack, the story of this one, making his big league debut, pitching well. He's going to join us on a post-game show. So will his brother and family next in just moments.